Check, check. Everything good to go. Sunday evening gaming. Here on a very warm Sunday evening here in Pennsylvania. It's about time for summer, and I'm glad. This episode is not sponsored by Baja Blast Mountain Dew. Someone was in my chair and the setting is all messed up. Alright, so... what? Who?
Been up to the Blue Palace? It is a sight to see, even if it is filled with fops.
Okay. We are going to go help. Going to clear out Wolf Skull Cave and clear out Fort... or at least attempt to, I should say. So what was... that's going to be interesting. Alright, let's... Alright, there, gotta... I haven't learned a freaking word in a while, let me tell you. I want to favorite that, so I can remember to maybe use it at some point.
Hands to yourself, sneak thief.
I am not a thief. What are you talking about?
Am I right?
I semi-agree with that. So it looks like... go down here and make a right. There's something right there. As per normal, we will get sidetracked from whatever job we are on. Bye! Am I wearing... okay, good, I got my armor back on. How much gold do I have? Used a good bit. Bought a lot of potions last time, that's why. Excuse me. Oh, look. There's a bear den down there. It's a shame we don't need that anymore. Oh, look, there's a trail here. Wolves. Why does it have to be wolves? I really wish there was a... let's see if I remember the buttons. That's right, come. I still can't believe you're gone. It's gonna be cold up in these woods, in these mountains. Oh, yeah. I hope it'll be one of those ice wraiths things, because those things suck. Ooh, what's this? Okay. Oh, yeah? It is heavier. It's a great sword. I don't mind. Potion of plentiful healing. Don't mind if I do. Yeah, it's funny. I feel like having a great sword would probably be a good idea with what I'm about to do. But that's a two-handed thing. Oop. Is there anything back here? Just some random stuff. Okay. It's obviously a tomb. Of a dwarf. Oh, yeah? I feel like I'll be coming back here later on.
You're interfering with official Tholmor business.
But if it's the embassy, shouldn't you be inside there? So is that... Okay, that's that. Have fun. I'm not going to stand in your way. I'm just on a job. Because I think, from what I understand, the Imperial quest leads you to discover that the Thelmors are in charge more than what it seems. So I'm probably going to come back there for something at some point. The road goes around. I see. Ominous sounds. That's terrific and terrifying. So is there... Oh, dragon! I was like, I heard something. That makes a lot of sense. I was like, there was this weird music. And I heard something. And I was like, oh, I'm on fire. Hey, I have something. Right? Did I do my fire resistance? No, I did not put that in there. Where did you go? I am by myself, though. This is... Run! Man. This is not going good. I think I have That freaked me out, by the way. I heard it coming. I was like, I couldn't remember what it was. Maybe I don't have any fire. I thought I had something that was fire resistant. I could go invisible, but we know that invisible doesn't really work. They can still see you when invisible. It's so stupid. Resist shock. I thought... Yeah, I'm totally screwed, by the way. I thought I had something for fire resistant. I guess not. I might have... Man, that tree did a really good job of protecting me. Well, great. Great way to start the night. Oh my goodness. Walk right into a freaking dragon. I found out what's going on, guys. It's a dragon. You got to be bloody kidding me. Once again, the music got ominous, and then there were sounds that I'm like, I couldn't remember what it was, and sure enough, it's a freaking dragon. Like, I don't have a companion to go with me either yet. I'm pretty sure once I finish this quest, one of the Imperial people will go with me, but I wonder if that's going to be there all the time. So great. Hold on. Is this a path? No, see, that's the way. Right? Ah, there's a road. Does it actually go up and around there? Oh. Let's get this stuff again. So, no, that's not... Dude, that fox that's breathing really heavy makes it seem like there's something that comes up, like a wolf or something. Okay, so this road runs right into that.
Walk away now.
So it requires the key. Like how they're just standing there, they're not yelling at each other. That's what I'm saying. There must be something that comes there later. Or not. I don't know. That's a long way down. Okay, I was wrong. There is... So where does that road come? Okay, so that comes down from there. Huh. Do I see a dragon anywhere? This is not good. What the... Naturally, there would be a snake and spider there now. Whee! How in the world did it see me from that far away? Like, there are some things that get aggro from close up. Wait, how in the world does a frostbite? Oh. I didn't have my... Wow, you are... What the... Ah! Alright, well he took out the frickin' spider. He seems like one. I will say, I was watching him play a couple times too. I mean, obviously the Ezio trilogy. Oh. Cool. They're gonna fight him too. Just what I need. Some climb. Come on, get up there. Get up there. Get up there. Come on. Great. Come on. Where? Ooh, it's a blood dragon. Ooh, that's interesting. Ah! I wonder if I could put... Hey! Faithful Geek! Welcome in, brother! I am doing fantastic. I'm attempting to fight a dragon. Good thing is, there's some guys over here, and his back is to me. Oh! Oh, of course he took... Wait, you were fire the last time. I'm pretty sure... Get some health back, and I just randomly fire into nowhere. Boy, I had that a little loud in my ear. Alright, where'd you go? That was not a blood dragon last time. Come on back. Come on back. Oh, naturally he's going to be right above me. Please don't land on top of me. Ah! Oh, come on. Wait, so is that frost? I wonder... I wonder if he killed those other people. Oh no, there's some of them. A couple more shots. I could not imagine playing this game in VR, honestly. Faithful Geek. It's hard enough for me. Just in console. Oh yeah! Run away, buddy! Dead! And I got the freaking killing blow. Ah! Used up too much of my potions. Alright. Absorb. Take his soul. Dragon soul absorbed. That's right. It's been a long time since I've gotten one of them. What you got? You ate that, huh? I would love to have those because those are great to sell, but I don't have the weight. Take all my orcish arrows back. See, they're so good to have, the dragon bones and scales, but that's a good chunk of weight, and I'll just take one of each. Because, yeah. Oh, he did kill those people. I hope they weren't important. Sounds about right. I haven't accidentally killed anyone yet in the many hours I've played this now, but I have accidentally stolen things and gotten people mad at me. Oh. Wait, really? Elven light armor? What's my armor rating now? $39, okay. 39. Oh, and you died too, huh? Hope you guys weren't imperative to the story. Oh, you all died. Huh.
Speak quickly.
Oh, I was just seeing if you wanted to talk about the, dragon that I just killed. Well, I can end the day now. I killed a dragon. That's always the top thing to do, you know, as the Dragonborn. Oh, look. He also killed that spider that wouldn't... By the way, fire breath. Because I didn't have that on. I don't need that. I have plenty of that. Alright. Where were we? Moving along. I wonder if this cave situation was a dragon. And then I just killed it. Or I don't think so. But we'll see. Bada bim, bada bim, bada ba 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 ba. Do I go to the shrine first? Yeah, why not? Snowberries.
Look at my temple
Ah.
lying in ruins. So much for the constancy of mortals, their crafts and their hearts.
Dude, whenever it randomly starts
If they
talking like
love
that,
me not, how can my love reach them?
and you're like focusing and you're trying to like make sure nothing gets sneak, and they start talking, woo! It scares the crap out of you. Okay, so this. Let me see if I can find it. This one. I think that's where I'm at, isn't it? Yeah. Well, I guess we're gonna do this too.
Restore to me my beacon, that I might guide you toward your destiny.
That's pretty cool there too. Yeah, that's where I came up from. Well, let's do this. No! I don't want to fly above the...
It is time for my splendor to return to sky.
Says who?
But the token of my truth lies buried in the ruins of my once great temple, now tainted by a profane darkness skittering within. The necromancer Malcolm defiles my shrine with vile corruptions. Trapped, lost
Ooh, a
souls
necromancer,
left
huh?
in the wake of this war to do his bidding.
Yeah, Zach, I have a couple friends who said that Oblivion has the better story or something. And I actually, when I'm done with Skyrim, I want to look into seeing if I could get Oblivion. Maybe because they did it, what, a year ago or so, they did the remaster of it. And I might try that too at some point, because I do want to play that, but
Mortals call it Dawnbreaker.
oh, Dawnbreaker.
For it was forged in a holy light that breaks upon my foes, burning away corruption and false life. You will enter my shrine, destroy Malcolm, and retrieve this mighty land.
Oh,
Of course you will. I have commanded.
oh, I can still decide to do it or not if I want to. I might just entirely forget about it.
The artifact must be reclaimed and Malcolm destroyed. Malcolm has forced the door shut, but this is my temple and it responds to my dictation.
Hey, look, that's where I need to go. I need to take out that fort.
Send down a ray of light.
Sorry, I'm not paying attention.
Guide this light to my temple and its doors will open.
Ah! Let's quick save. Quests. Quest. Again, I've heard that too, Zach, as well. That Morrowind's also good. So I have had people say that if you've never played any of the Elder Scrolls game, to play Skyrim first, kind of, even though it's obviously later on in like the canon or whatever. But again, we'll see. I would like to play those games too, because they're obviously all classic games, and that's why I like to play. But there's just not a lot of new games that appeal to me. So, oh, this is gonna be fun. $100 gold. You know what? I know exactly what I'm going to be fighting here. I don't know how many of my parts here in Skyrim you've watched, Faithful Geek, but I'm struggling too. Not having been, so here's a little tidbit of my past. Not having been a big gamer growing up, very much a casual gamer, I am. That's why, like, Assassin's Creed series was always, I always enjoyed those and did good because they're open world, but like they're easy open world. They're more, I mean, the first couple actually are quite, have some hardness to them, but they're very casual gamer friendly. And my first real, like, harder open world, which I played a year or so ago, not on here, but it was before I started the channel, was the first Kingdom Come Deliverance. And that was like open world, anything can happen, dozens of things going on at once. Kind of like, Skyrim, kind of like these types of games. And that was like, that was kind of rough. And this, learning this, and I knew going into it that like there's a massive learning curve with this game and these series and franchise and these styles, but yeah. But I'm a person that's like, when I start something, I want to learn how to do it, and I'm going to learn how to do it, and I'm going to figure out a way to break the game, essentially, which is why it's like I've found the whole like figuring out how to get a single enemy to come to me, get them, like, draw them in one by one and attack them that way, or like maybe a bigger enemy that like can't fit into a smaller hallway, so they stand there. Yeah, and like so they're like standing there, and you can just shoot them with arrows, stuff like that. That I like figuring the game out that way. Oh no, I have 31 left. Watch for traps. Okay, is that kiting? That's interesting. I've never heard that before. Huh. Well, I can be really good at it sometimes. Again, in Kingdom Come Deliverance, I got really good at that. And I found out that some of like the bandit hideouts, you can easily do that. You can aggro one person and get them out. and it was easier to do that than because like in that game, like the combat is like realistic, and so that's how I kind of started beating people in that. Ooh. Mine does it so. Only all that for a chest with 20 gold. Sounds so ominous. I should have had a companion with this. And again, Faithful Geek. Yeah, exactly, Zach. And yeah, Faithful Geek. Again, that's why I liked Assassin's Creed so much. Like most of those games up until the the last the Origin, Odyssey, and Valhalla, which Valhalla is a boring game. That's what they're like. They're like a linear story with side missions and stuff. And that's what, again, as a casual gamer, as someone who didn't really grow up gaming, that it was just easier for me to do. This is going to be fun. Got I will take your 50 gold, sir. You don't need it anymore. So is that it? On to the next spot? It looks like... Let me check. I don't think... there was any other place. Oh boy! Uh-huh. I should have saved before this spot. I should have waited till before they were aggroed. Okay, how long is that? That's gonna put me back a good bit, so gotta be a little No, what? Run! Run, Jimmy! Corrupted. How much is fire gonna do? This doesn't look fun, let me tell you. Oh, hey, a sword does a lot to them. I got stuck. Oh, burn away. Corrupted shade. That's interesting and spooky. If I wanted to do two-handed, they like left droppings. That's quite interesting. It's interesting, Zach, because everyone like who's played this game before always tells me that, and I just always forget. So it's like I'm getting, get down to the dungeon. I've been successful so far, and then I get to a hard part. I mean, you probably have watched. You've watched several streams that's happened in. It's just like get to a part and then you die, and it's like that sounds horrible. It's like, yeah, you die, and then it's like, oh, you didn't save, so you're all the way back at the beginning of the... And I'm like... Been trying to remember to save more. So, like, I'll save right here. And I'll probably... I don't think I've ever had that happen to me. Mainly because I've gotten a lot of stuff that has been updated, and like again, and it was the same way with Assassin's Creed Unity. I don't know, like when that came out in, what was that, 2014 or whatever, and it was buggy as all get out, and it was just a mess of a game, and it took several patches over 5-6 years for them to patch it up. And I was like, I never played that game until a few years ago. I got it on sale and was like, I've never played this game. And I got on, and there were still a couple bugs in it, but it wasn't like, I never had it crash, and also there's stuff that happened early on in the game. So it's like, that's a lot of my gaming experience is playing these old games that always had these problems. And it's like, I've never had a problem. It's just like, what was I playing? I think it was Black Flag a few weeks ago, and never had it crash, never had anything, and then it froze. I'm like, I've never had that happen. It was quite interesting. Well, this is interesting. Everything is interesting and cool. Oh, it opened the door. Okay. Hot. Gonna stick my hand down this urn. That one's empty. I want to see, is there anything up? Doesn't look like there's anything up there. I can't tell. Shogun's, okay. That. Those are the type of things that I've gotten to a point in my life where I'm like, I'm not gonna let it affect me and get mad if that would happen. It'd be more of like, I'll put the game away for a little bit and come back to it later. That's essentially where I'm like, how I get to that point. Because A, there's no point in getting mad because it's just a game. You know, and B, there have been points in my life in the past where I would have gotten mad at something like that, and I'm just like, it's not worth it anymore. How do I... Can't tell. There's nothing there. How do I get through? Well, that hurts you, I'll tell you that much. Is there... Ah! Unless you're playing Mario Kart with other people. It's funny, on our Switch 1, you know, obviously my kids like to play Mario Kart and stuff. And, like, I've just gotten to a point where even, you know, playing them and my wife, I can essentially win with my eyes closed. Like, it's not really... And, like, they always want me to play, and so obviously I oblige and play. But it's like... But it's like, you guys really want me to play? I just dominate every time. But it's obviously it's about spending time with them, so. But I couldn't imagine playing Mario Kart online with other people. I watch, you know, Geeks and Gamers and Jay and them all do it, and I'm just like, obviously they're having fun and yelling at each other and everything, but I'm like, I can't do that. But it's fun to watch. Whose character, though? Is it building yours? Or should it be building everyone else's who's getting mad because you're doing so good, you know? That's the way I'd look at it. Got more gold on the dead bodies than in these urns. What book is this? Ruined book. I would take that. Now I'll also look in your chest for 12 gold. Ah, yes. Yes, that makes sense. No, that's when they play Super Smash Brothers, and I'm sitting there, and I'll tell you what, I love my kids, but watching them play Super Smash, watching them play Super Smash Brothers is like, I laugh, but inside it's like tearing me apart, because I'm like, gotta go attack the guy over here. You don't just sit there and let him, anyway. It's actually funny that you mentioned that, Zach, because I have a group of friends here. I'm gonna pause. Actually, I should probably save. We have like a game group, and most of the time it's like board games and stuff like that, board and card games. But here a few weeks ago, we actually had like an old style LAN party where we had all the Xbox. I mean, I don't have an Xbox. My one friend, actually Applejacks, was in here sometimes. He brought, and we played Xbox. We played like the original Black Ops, And it was funny because they're like, man, we're so glad a couple of the guys who normally come weren't there because they're like screen peekers if they're on the other team. I'm like, I try really hard not to be a screen picker or peeker. I'm actually quite good at it, just like focusing on my screen. But there are some people, it's like, I don't like to play with you, man. But half the time I end up dominating those types of people anyway. Ow! I'm not looking forward to this necromancer I'm supposed to be looking for and killing. Ooh. I always click the one that's empty right as I'm like, oh, it's... Hi. You just stay there. Oh, really? You want to do a bow battle? Coward. Ow! Oh, I didn't do much to him. Man, just come right at me, will ya? Huh? Never knew a shade could be burnt to death. Almost there. I like those ones that are like... hold on a second, I'll be right back. Quick save. Did I activate? Ooh. Oh. Let's see. Should we attempt to make something? I haven't tried this yet. No. Ah. I don't have any enchantments, huh? That's what it is. I was gonna learn enchanting, but, you know, don't have it. Oh, missed that. to everyone who is watching or watches this later. Don't know if you saw, but earlier this weekend I released a special, as I'm calling it. It is my in memory of Kyle Busch. I played NASCAR Heat 3 from 2019 as Kyle Busch. Raced at Poconos because that's a track in Pennsylvania. So you can go out and watch that. Obviously, I dominated because that game is easy to win. Wait, what? Well, where is he? I'll tell you what, I hope you guys don't hear it. It's funny what I there are times, again, I said this in that video, where it's like I have a career, and there are times I've kind of just failed on my qualifying just to do that. Yeah. And you're kidding me, really? That was the easiest expert lock I've ever had. Nice. Okay. Quick save. So, maybe I was thinking I might kind of do a series of it, because I do kind of like playing that game, and maybe do a few of the other like style. Maybe do like a normal track, because obviously Poconos is a long track. So there's long, short, and then the medium, and then there's the not street racing, but like not, different type of race, and maybe doing one of each of those as Kyle Busch, and maybe because to do Martinsville, which is a short track, that one's really rough because it's short and everybody is always around, even when you start lapping people. So I thought maybe I might do like a series in memorial of, and do 4 races, to do a long track, a short track, a medium track, and then the I forget what it's called, like street track. I can't remember what it's called. I haven't followed NASCAR in 6 years. Haven't really cared, but used to a lot, especially back when my wife and I started dating. Watched a lot of it and everything, but I always do that. I look at it after I see that it's empty. This is gonna be fun. I already don't like this. I wish I had someone with me, because it's a necromancer, so he's going to be able to bring up people over and over and over again. Where did this walkway? There it is. I'll get you here in a second, Zach. Whew. Yeah, Jeff Gordon was pretty good too. I think I said it in the video, so probably heard. Mine was Jimmy Johnson, and I started following NASCAR like the year or so after his last championship. Hey, thanks, Faithful Geek. By the way, the Batman game, my Lego Batman, my two boys were watching for a little bit the other night when I was watching you. They were laughing at it. So, yeah, Jimmy Johnson was my favorite racer for a while too. And again, I started following and started liking him after his prime. You know, he didn't win any more. Like I started following after all his championships were done. But I just liked him for some reason. He just seemed like one of those guys that, for the most part, remained relatively cool-headed. You know, whereas Kyle Busch, you just never know what was going to happen, which made it the fun. Ooh, I probably wouldn't be a bad. Okay, let's just. I can pick that. Yeah. Okay. I know who you're talking about now. I was like, I know that name. I couldn't remember what he drove back in the day. Oh, hello. What? Where did... There's a guy up there shooting arrows at me. Missed. Oh, he moved. Ah, nice shot. I kind of walked into that one. Oh, come on, really? I obviously also, growing up when I cared about sports and being a Redskins fan, and yes, they're the Redskins and always will be the Redskins to me. That's why I don't really care anymore. Obviously, Joe Gibbs Racing was obviously a favorite of mine. Like Danny Hamlin. I really like Danny Hamlin a lot. That's why I said in that video, I always thought that Daniel Suarez got a bad deal because after that 1 year where Martin Truex Jr. won the championship, the team he was on went kaput, and Joe Gibbs signed Truex and had to let Daniel Suarez go. And I was like, Daniel Suarez I thought showed a lot of promise back then, and obviously with the team like, there's more? With a team like Joe Gibbs, you know, they're good at developing those types of guys, and but they needed a spot for Truex, so it had to be him. Oh yeah? Come on. Oh, is there a way? It's up there. Say, so there's a spot that was hiding. Okay. I'm gonna. Have him shoot his teammate in the back of the head. That'd be cool. Ow! Take that. Yeah, again, like 2020 and everything that went with it kind of killed a lot of not just NASCAR, but most sports with me. I mean, baseball, I hung on to baseball for a couple years after that, but with all their changes and things, I couldn't do it anymore. I will take this ring too. A lot of people laugh at me like, dude, all these changes in baseball were good. I'm like, it's not the same. There's a lot of things happening in baseball that 4 years ago I predicted was going to happen within 5 or 6 years. I guess, yeah, that'd be closer to where you guys are at. Oh, thanks for opening that door. So, like, it just... I obviously grew up massive baseball person. Sports person. There was a time I followed all, basketball, baseball, and football. And then even college basketball and college football. But, like, it just... A lot of, everything was changing, and everyone was like, oh, we need to change, do this, this, and this. I'm like, you don't need to. And, call me old-fashioned, but, I just how I was. And, I was a Orioles fan. Woo! That was close. Grew up an Orioles fan. And everything. So I know exactly how you feel, Zach, even though the Giants have had much more success, more recent than the Orioles ever have. Okay, where are my boots at? 16. What were those? Yeah. Why not? Yeah. And you see, so again, more look into my growing up, here in the mountains of PA, and quite frankly, two of the probably best 25 players in the NFL there probably ever was, in Steve Young and Jerry Rice. But growing up here in the mountains, we didn't really I didn't grow up with TV. I had a TV, and we had a makeshift antenna where we got one channel, and that one channel played Oriole games. So again, grew up, 2000s watching Orioles, and we got college football on the weekends, and college basketball whenever that was in. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I kind of grew up in that, but my brother and I played ball for years. My younger brother played more than me. And to be fair, probably got too much into baseball to where I kind of let a lot of other skills go away. But it was life for a long time. And then as I You know, did all the fantasy. Still do fantasy baseball with a friend of mine. I'm always like the guy that's like, oh, hey, we need the 10th person. So I'm like, yep, I'll do it. So I know what's going on, but to say that I'm a fan is an understatement. And, you know, the Orioles, they weren't managed really well, and that every time they had a good team, they let everyone walk, and no one was spending money and everything. And I got sidetracked on the Orioles and started liking the Cleveland Indians, because that was a stupid name to change, and the Atlanta Braves, because they were organizations that wanted to keep improving and therefore kept a lot of their players. And the Braves have been, you know, a really good team for a long time. Does it suck that they've only won one World Series with some of the great teams that they've had? Yes. But, you know, so I got watching, but then I didn't like a lot of the new rules that came in, and everyone laughs at me. It's like, dude, it just doesn't feel like baseball anymore sometimes. Yeah. Dwayne Kuiper is one of those cool, enjoyable broadcasters that are like, they've been around a long time, and yeah. He did Dwayne Kuiper on one of my favorite games of all time, MVP Baseball, 2003, 4, 5. Obviously 2005 is the more superior one. He's one of the announcers on that, so I grew up listening to him playing that game. Still play that game every once in a while. But yeah, and sports, Battle of Red Mountain. So, I have good gauntlets, don't I? Yeah. Oh, this should be an easy one. Getting all these potions back that I've been using. So, and then, of course, like, the NBA lost me a long time ago. And NFL lost me. NFL lost me kind of before 2020. But, held on to baseball for a long time. And, I want to know where these keys are to these rooms. I probably missed them. Or it's that. Yeah, it's that. Ah! No, I gotta walk all the way around there again. Holy cow. So, it got to a point in sports where, you know, I got to a point where I'm like, dude, again, and John Miller was an Oriole guy, and I grew up watching John Miller on, I don't think it was ESPN, maybe it was, you know, whichever other national televised ones he would do. Yeah. And John Miller definitely, he's obviously one of those greats too. So, the Orioles had a guy for a long time. What is his name? I'm gonna have to sit here and remember his name. They had a guy for a long time that was one of those classic guys too. Jim Hunter. Yeah, Jim Hunter was one of them. Fred Matra and I can't remember the other guy's name. Anyway, look at me getting sidetracked. I need to focus. Yeah. It's really a shame that in 10 years a lot of those guys are going to be gone. When you think about it. If you want to think about it. You know. Oh, I'm gonna level up. No, it's good. Hey, in reality, okay. Where's this? In reality, being part of a community that we are, even though I don't like that word, this is kind of you're getting to know me, Zach. Essentially, that's what it is. So. But yeah, Joe Angel, that was the Orioles broadcaster, right? I think that's what it was. He was one of them classic ones who had awesome home run calls and all these things, and was just a character and fun to watch or listen to. Thanks for all the gold I'm getting here. Holy my goodness. Man, I got totally sidetracked in this mission. I was meant to be like clearing out that cave and something else for the Empire. Ooh, potion of resist fire. That means you're gonna need that at some point. Oh, I didn't even know it was like that. I knew he was sick a couple years ago. Yeah. I mean, it's like the Dodgers guy, Vince Scully. Like when he passed away, it was like baseball lost someone really great. One of the most knowledgeable and hilarious people to listen to all the time, but yet knew his stuff. See, and this is what I'm talking about. Like, baseball is going to get to a point. Okay, I knew there was something, but I couldn't remember what it was. Baseball is going to get to a point where a lot of these people nowadays, they're all so much alike that it's going to kind of blend together. Whee! That was a mistake. So. I grew up watching, when I started watching baseball, it was obviously the steroid era, which is one of the funnest eras in baseball. So I grew up, right as Pujols was starting, and Pujols didn't take steroids. Pujols was starting, he was young, but you had the end of Barry Bonds, you had Rafael Palmeiro, you had Miguel Tejada, you had Sammy Sosa towards the end of his career, just to name a few. And like these ball players who played 17, 18 plus years, and nowadays the average length of when you take all the players, the average major league length of a ball player is like 4.5 years. Obviously you have your stars who last a long Mark McGwire, obviously you have guys who last a long time, but like the average, when you take everyone who comes up and plays a major league game or a season, the average is 4.5 years. It's actually a little less than that. And that's going to make, this is something I predicted a few years ago, it's going to make in about 6 to 7 years the Hall of Fame selection very interesting, because you're going to have guys who get in there with numbers that don't meet what guys from now and before Hall of Famers have. And it's like, well, should you really be in the Hall of Fame? It's like, I should have saved. It's like, there's not, Justin Verlander, who may not even get to 300 wins, had the chance to be the last 300 win pitcher. There's never going to be another starting pitcher who's ever going to hit probably 250. And in reality, with the way that pitching is now, 200 wins, you're not going to see that because longevity is down for pitchers. And they pitch 5 innings to give up 1 run and to get a no decision. Or they pitch 6 innings to get their yeah, but the question of that's like with Atlanta, Spencer Strider from a couple years ago, who was throwing 100, 100 too. So it's like, yes, that's great now, but what about in 2 years if his arm falls off? Not saying it's going to. Would never wish that upon anyone, but like that's when you got someone who's that good, throwing that much, how long is that going to be? You know, that's always the things I think about. Like, how long will he be? Dude, the freak. No, Tim Lincecum was always fun to watch. I mean, I watched a couple of them All-Star games and then just World Series and stuff. Like did he have one of the World Series? No, Tim Lincecum was pretty good. Like, injuries. Look, I am not a huge Madison Bumgarner person either. Yeah, Timmy was pretty good. Like, he was pretty good. But like, that was the same thing with Bumgarner. He had his few good years and then injuries and poor choices in four-wheeling or horseback riding, whatever it was, made him fall off. Yeah, no. See, and that's what I'm saying. Like, there are cool pitchers, but like Tim Lincecum, he was just fun to watch. Tall, lanky, and that motion. Yeah. This is what I'm saying. There's just not a lot of guys like that. They're all so the same, almost. I keep opening these empty ones. $5 gold in this chest. Come on. Save. No, I don't want a quick save. Let me just save. See all these people here who he's going to bring back to life? This is going to be interesting. Gonna use my shield. Again, Jeff Samarzo is one of those guys, tall, long-haired, lanky, like that motion, if he could control it, was, you know, ouch. He was also one of those guys. Oh, this is going to be terrific. I'm telling you what. Potion of Health gives you like 2 points. Die! Oh, that guy's throwing ice at me. Come on! Oh my goodness. Okay. Wonder if... What food do I have? Do I have anything? Again, Zach. 20 years of my life. And as someone... I love history. So, and my mind, like... There's just... When I learn something and I go over things over and over again and I learn it, it stays there. So as much as I have a problem with baseball now, and that's the thing. It's like I liked, I liked watching what was going on in the whole league, because again, I was one of those persons that's like, oh, this matchup here. This matchup here is going to be a good matchup, or this matchup here is not going to be a good matchup. Oh, this team coming into the World Series. Are they... Alright, now... Are they going to be... What did they do with other teams like this before? You know, so like it was all... That's just how my mind worked. So... It's just... And it's all there. Because no matter what... I don't remember... Or I don't forget things like that. So... Yeah, you know... I don't follow it much anymore. But that knowledge, especially of those guys in the 2010s when I was following it, it's all there. So... So... Can you take... Ah! What just... He like one-shotted me. Okay. Let's set this all up beforehand. Okay, so that is there. I gotta remember to take that. Potion. Get all these health potions back in. Oh, I remember Jeremy FL. Yeah. Because he was on the Kansas City Royals before. And, yeah. So, yeah, I do definitely remember Jeremy FL. I remember that story. So, Surge, yeah. Dude, Brian the Beard, yeah. Again, you don't have a lot of those types of guys anymore. And that's why it can be sad. Like, there's just everyone knows each other. And yeah, really wish my shout could come back a little sooner. Might as well get that one out of the way. Oh, I don't have any stamina. That's what's going on. Wish. Alright. This ain't gonna be good. Eat all these again. Apple pie. Oh, I was hoping he was... Alright. Where... Potion of resist cold. Let's take that. And then... Let's actually do that. What? My goodness, that's a long shot. Boy, this is tense. I don't like this. Okay, that poison's working on him. He just lost some. Holy cow, it takes forever to heal. Oh, Marco Scudero, that was one of those guys who could play everywhere, man. It was. Okay, are you just... What are you immune to? Oh my goodness. Where's my stamina? Dude. Well, here we go again. Let's do this again. And Matt Cain, once again, injuries is what did him in. Get my stamina back in there. Use a shot. Potion of strength. Oh, it only causes 1 point of damage for 10 seconds. Okay. Oh well, it works. I have that scroll. Okay. Now that that's ready, we're going to save so that I don't have to keep going back and doing that. Gonna figure this out. I wish I had a companion, but okay. Yeah, that Royals team. That I'm gonna be honest with you, Zach. That year, so that was what, 14? That was their last one they won. That was the year that I started being like, is baseball really in a good place? And I'm going to tell you why. And it was because I'm actually going to do health because I really need it right now. So that year, Baltimore was like the best team in the American League. Second best pitching staff behind the Tigers, who had Verlander and Scherzer and Anibal Sanchez and a couple others. Had a really good offense led by Chris Davis, Adam Jones, Matt Wieters, Nick Markakis, J.J. Hardy. A lot of others. Bullpen, best bullpen in baseball that year. Won the division. Went in to play the Tigers, who had the best team, pitching staff at least. Swept the Tigers in 3 games. So that was the division series. It was 3 out of 5. The Royals took 5 games that year to win the division series. So Baltimore sat 6 days. And Kansas City only sat 4 days. And Kansas City comes in and sweeps them in the championship series to go to the World Series. And that was the first year I was like, did they have to wait that long in between series? It cooled the Orioles right down. They were hot. They were hot going into the playoffs. They were hot in the play. They were hot in that series. They swept the Tigers, and that wasn't supposed to happen. And they got swept by Kansas City because they sat for almost a week. And that was the year I was like, this playoff system is only going to get worse, and it has, because now between series there's 5 or 6 days off all the time. And I'm like, you want your best teams to be playing for the championship. Yeah, see? You want your best teams. Like, I mean, the last couple years with the Dodgers, they're just really good anyway. But, like, even before that, you had a World Series a few years ago where it was the Diamondbacks and the Rangers, back when the Rangers won the World Series, which everyone forgets about, who were the last 2 seeds in baseball of the playoffs, because that was the year they expanded to 12. And it was like, why? Because they got to keep playing. They didn't have off time. So they got hot and stayed hot. Oh, well, they got hot. Doesn't matter. They were the last 2 teams of the ranking of the seeding. They're not the teams anyone wants to see playing Anyone can do that. Just saying. You know, I like people saying that, but at the same time, is anyone else paying anyone? That's what you gotta look at. That is there for everybody. But anyway, so like, you know, the Diamondbacks and the Rangers were in the World Series as the last two seeds, and I'm like, no one would want to see that except they're. I think that World Series was one of the lowest rated World Series they've had in a while because other than their fan bases, no one cares. So, but 2014 was the first year I'm like, this playoff structure is not going to be good. So, yeah. You're going to see a lot of other teams start to do that, I think, though. That's the thing. I don't have heavy armor. Could go over here. Do I have anything I put in block? Oh, the arrows have to hit the shield, though. Able to do a power bash. So it was just part of it as to like, this is ooh, can I cheat this? That's right. Hey. It was, you know, just one of those things where I saw the game was getting broke back then and was like, I don't know, and then it's just, you know. Oh, man. No, go away. Don't. Alright. Got me started, Zach. So, Moneyball is the reason why you have these contracts. And the fact that most teams don't actually make as much money, even with TV deals and all this other stuff. You know, when you look at attendance, I think last year for 2025, attendance was down like 4.5% from the year before, which was down like about the same from the year before that. Like, I think since 2022, attendance to games is down like 13.5% or something like that. So it's like teams aren't making the money that they used to, which is why you have smaller market teams. Which is why a salary cap isn't actually a good idea. But anyway, but no, like I had problems with Moneyball too. Like, the Tampa Bay Rays are, and honestly the A's are both prime examples as to not how what Moneyball is supposed to be. You know, the A's, they never re-sign any of their top talent, and they trade them away after 4 to 5 years before they have to pay them again. And I'm just like, that is honestly not fair to a lot of those players who are good and end up having to change teams and everything. You know, Moneyball is an interesting concept. And like, dude, how did he kill me? What did he have that did that? I was at 80% health. This is almost starting to be more frustrating than that part I had a while back, a couple of parts ago, where I was doing that wizard lady. Let's see what... Do I have anything on one-handed I could do? I don't need a dual wield. Bone Rigger. Huh. So... So yeah. This is why I have just, because I'm getting, I enjoy talking about it, but like it gets me a little flustered. I'm like, I don't want to be like that, you know? So why start? Man, four concurrent viewers. I had 9 views, so thanks guys. Hit the like button. By the way, hit the like button. Go watch my first tribute to Kyle Busch, because I think I'm going to be doing that and do 4 races at every type of race with him. After you watch this, that is. Did I find it? Am I going to be up? Seriously? I bet he saw me, didn't he? Don't come up here. Don't come up here. Go back down. Don't even get me started on Classic World Series. We grew up with this book. It came out in 2005. It had every World Series up until 2004. And so I grew up, again, all this type of stuff, being a history person. See, this sucks. See, he's stuck. He's stuck in the door. So, like, he won't be able to go back out, because if I shoot him from here, they're going to come back up to this spot, and they're going to see me. And I don't really want to go back through the door, because his health might reset. Let's test it out. Or not. There's a freaking key. See, yeah, he's gonna come. No, go away. Oh my goodness, why? Get up, get up, get. Don't crouch. Oh my goodness. See, this is what I was saying. Dadgummit, I had him. I had it figured out. But he had to get stuck on the freaking door. I wish I had a teammate. If only he didn't get stuck on the door, I had him. But we now know we can do this, as long as he didn't get stuck on the door. I mean, another really good shot might have killed him. Might as well. No, one-handed. Where was it? What was I doing? Blade spin. Yeah. I kind of wondered with this one, but I was like, you know what? But again, doing what I'm doing here, I would have gotten him that last time, but he got stuck on the door, and so I knew that I wouldn't be able to, especially since I don't have the key. Which, well, I unlocked it. Like, I knew that was going to happen. So you know what we're going to do? See, he's stuck on the door again. Gonna save it. Nuts. I wonder. I wonder if sparks would hurt him more. I can sneak up. Slowly. See, he's stuck on the door for some reason. Okay, see, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, how in the world... Okay. Apparently I'm doing nothing to these people. Good grief. Oh, I am out of stamina. That's what's going on. Dude, like, seriously. Okay. What in the... Dude. Hi. What in the... Using up all my stinking potions before I go to a couple more dungeons here. What if I can get... Oh, you missed. What the... No! Come on, no, go away. You don't see me. Wonder if I can potion. Where did I put that? All right. Now turn around. Come on, you can do it. Just walk out the door. That's all you gotta do. Why is he stuck? Where did all my... So whatever he does takes away my stamina. That's what's going on. All my freaking... What? How did... Stop! I don't... If you wouldn't get stuck on the freaking door. See, this is what I'm saying, like... I don't know. Discount me. Oh, come, what? You mean to tell me he doesn't get... It's not really that, it's just... Haven't had... Come on, where's my... Sometimes it doesn't seem like I'm doing anything, is what it is. Alright, why? Ow. What does that do? Like, like I wish. Okay, so that does that. Hi, I can do all these things and keep a freaking shield up. Oh, come on, what? You can't heal? I should have had a companion. Or, you could go out the stinking door. Okay. It's just funny how, you know, him getting hit and falling over summons all the guys to him. That makes total sense. Oh, did I do it? No! Keep going! Why? I somehow put fire up. What? Problem is, I can't get out. I don't really feel like if he would just be able to go through the stinking door. Like, that's the problem here. Is that he's stuck in this spot. Just stay down there. Turn around and go back. See? Like, what is going on that he's... But he's just... I might just have to stop and come back and finish some other time, maybe record it. Because see, now, with his face to me, he's going to come up to this spot, and I can't get any closer. Like that. Like... Wish I could get away from that. So that... Like, how much of that do you get? I am... Okay, so it won't let me get up right behind him, because apparently even when I'm going so super slow, it still hears me. Just won't go out the door. Because like that first time where I was doing this, and I hit him, and he went back out the door, and I hit him again, and the only reason, and all I needed was probably 2 more shots, I would have killed him, but he got stuck on the stinking door, and now it's in this cycle, and I can't get out of it because, you know, my shield doesn't block, and all he does is get stuck on this door. Like, just want to complete this. Really wish my shout would come back quicker, you know? What? Run! Alright, now we're going to save here, since we've gotten some progression. We know he can heal, at least he heals it. That stupid thing that he shoots there is annoying. Oh, come on, you can just fire that rapidly, huh? What? Oh, so that's something that lingers, okay. Alright, let's see. See what happens here. Man, that lingers for a long time. Let's get everything charged back. I got it. I got all the other guys killed. Now it's just him. And I saved. That took him. Oh, you healed, huh? I didn't know you could heal. Actually, I did. Nice. Let's see. Oh, let's do that, even though I don't think, just to be safe. Let's put that on there. See if we can get a couple shots on you. I don't like that. How is that killing me? Let's try this. What am I on? see if I can sneak away. Oh, come on, really? Dude, turn around and walk away. That'd be so nice right now. Boom! Got him. Oh my goodness. Oh no! Naturally. That makes a lot of sense though. And he's gonna be... Okay, I have something for that. I have shock, don't I? Where's this shock? Let's go, buddy. My goodness. Are you like stuck in that spot or something? Is that what's going on? What in the world? Come on. My goodness. Oh, yeah, right. Hey, I can use my I am... Yeah, I was... No! Oh, speaking of which... Save. Wish I had a fireball. How do I do that? Oh, naturally you move. Okay. Wonder if a good old-fashioned bow to the head will work. I missed. Coward. Yeah. Oh, it does! Boom.
It is done. The Defiler is defeated.
Oh my goodness.
Take Dawnbreaker from
Oh
its pedestal.
my goodness. Oh. That was terrible. That was probably, what, an hour and a half just in this part alone. But once I loot, open up empty urns. Everyone probably got bored of me doing that. I'm gonna quick save, even though I should just normal save. You guys are giving me a ton of gold. Thank you for that. This is my payment for all the crap you just put me through. We will end it here. Thanks for all your money. Give me a potion of minor healing, that's right. Boy, am I... I am semi-frustrated at how much that took me, but it makes sense. Should have probably had someone to help me with that. I will definitely take you. Oh my goodness.
Malcolm is vanquished. Skyrim's net shall remain at rest. This is as it should be. This is because
This is my longest stream I've done.
and you shall be its herald.
Cool.
Take the mighty Dawnbreaker, and with it purge corruption from the dark corners of the world. Wield it in my name, that my influence may grow.
Okay.
May the light of certitude guide your efforts.
Hey, I completed a mainline quest. That's what I meant to say. Ah. Oh, that was frickin' forever. No. No achievement for that, huh? Why do I have two? No. 'Tis definitely better. I have two. But it is better. And that is all we care about. I have my fine clothes in here still. Anyway. Well, that was not how I was expecting that to go. Naturally, started off doing something else and got totally sidetracked, as per usual. So... yeah. Anyway. I did save, didn't I? Anyway, that will be it. Thanks everyone for watching. Zach, thanks for hanging out and talking. And yeah, if you haven't yet, like, comment, all that fun stuff. And I will see you next time. See you later.